Tukamwita Sima. God is good. And all the time. I feel so proud to be associated with young people because it makes me kind of feel that I'm also youngish. And I'm happy that I'm here. People that the recent statistics that were done by UBOS, 55 years and above, we are 4.4% in this country. So I want to Chukumi at random in the Hammer, Roshanga Mukawado, Takolenga Wanda. Kandi, how many of you are above 24? Now, 1, 2, okay. It's significant, 3, 4. So I assume that you are all 24 years and below, and you are 68% in this country. So you can imagine I'm representing 4%, addressing almost 70%. Ninyenda kuwazanabereka omuhistori janawe bamwita Ada Lyamaka nibwo bamutekereza. She's our family friend, a very good friend, and Ramwanje, almost a brother to her late husband, and an uncle to her children. Canon Riecho, Trevor Linakoto, Mission Mishkamiano. You are not the back in the chain. Now, as Trevor comes, Trevor Mutaman Wanje, remember, that's the way they come up with the new stuff. You can see the chair of the now, Ada is Trevor's mother. And Trevor worked together, and Trevor knows the motto is like a Jew. Omwana w'ishimwe kandi ubuhuru uko yongera barabiganira n'abigana nyenda kurasiga banje minute kikashatu kuko nyenda kubaza namanya abarokore mu mwelezi abatarokore abatakarokore mu mwelezi uko good. I am in the right place. Ati chairman and the topic will remain in the race. Koroeleza mtoro mruko tunaweza kugamba kushora remain in the race means what? You are in the race. Isho tese tunajua na 100 meters. So, the topic is very biased. It is biased because it wants me to talk to only those in the race. And to be in the race, it means you did what? Ukaroko. Kanda roko kwa kitani kwa mtu kwa baija kwa mmoja if time arouse. Hati my scripture today is Philippians 2:12-18, and it's taken from, of course, the book of the letter of Paul to Philippians. Here and Cherada Filipo, Paul Noya and the church here Philippa Nakatauni, come Europe around 60 AD. And it is believed actually that was the first church in Europe. So Paul here and Chayaka church up here with Mahandi, now eventually Paul Saba. About Philippa, in a show of Philippians about Paul of Civil. So I want to speak in Unyangole. You are the only super because you are singing in Unyangole. How do you preach, Unyangole or English? Both. Good, the honor. So when they heard that Paul was in prison, they got some money and sent it to prison to help him. So we actually passed Mohiri, or Montoya was doing Kayarwara. We are Paul yabahandikire baruha Abafilipo ariko bibaza for the financial support and for the love. Because after starting that church, they kept loving Paul and they kept in touch. Now, when he wrote the letter, he was telling them to continue in the race, to continue being strong in faith. And that is where the scripture is coming from. And the whole of this letter to Philippians is really talking about integrating God's humility in Christianity, in your life of Okorokoka. And when we go through the scripture, Philippians 12, chapter 2, verses 12 to 18, then I move a little faster. And I will not refer to it again, but that is now the essence. Paul Kana and each other by Philippo, and of course, Philippians were in a position of power. Remember the time of King Caesar. And there was a lot of opposition. At some point, you remember when Paul healed a girl who had a demon, and they imprisoned him. They almost imprisoned him, and those who imprisoned him actually eventually got saved. So there was a lot of opposition. And Paul was strengthening Christians that be strong in faith. Now, you are young, of course, and I believe you are strong in faith. You are not my age. But anything can come anytime. Some of you say that, your time is there. In the Psalms chapter 90 verse 10, they say our time is 90 years. But anytime anything can happen. That time I was going to meet my uncle called Medad. And the reason at Hazard Man Wanje at Yamar from the at Yatono Webchi, at Pichko to Mera Kenny Missigan, Mimoto to Molotov. So I'm now going in the barriers, Karim Islam, to do things very fast. So we are not meeting today. So sometimes we think we are young, but two things happen in time. So remaining in the rest means remaining there. And again in Psalms 90:12, they say, know how to number your days. Because how many days do you still have? You don't know. So you must keep prepared. Who is ready to read the scripture? Good.
Praise the Lord. Abafilipi eshura ya kabiri tangira bushoro bw'ikuminiri abakristayo kubakitabaza nahabwecho abarukundwa ukumwabire mu roho butosha namwero mubere ko mwashyegezo kujuma kwanyu mwinobo barutetema tubunho bonka kureka kucira munonga no buntaruko ahakuba ruhanga nuwakorera umuriwe akabaho kunde byasima no kubikora mukore byo na mutarukwetombuita mutine mpaka mubone kuba batine cyo kuhanwa nari ubuyari muri abana baruhanga abatine kamugo hagati yabo businjobo obucikani uburwehabariza abo mwakira muketabaza umunsi nimworeka ekigambo cy'amagara nanye njire ekingenzesizaho ahizoba rya Kristo kuntariricire busha nari kuntarakorire busha kandi nobeshakama yanje yakuba nk'embongano yebyo kunywa eshwa ahakitambo cyo kuhereza ruhanga cyo kwikiriza kwanyu nkananuka nshemererwa hamwe nimwe kandi nimwe mukananuka mutyo ushemererwa hamwe namwe.
Gostei de uma maneira, gostei. Lembrançou, como no jogo, como no Nhampere, nós tiramos a crustáceo com a dieta base. E a crustáceo, o abarocole, o chamado maquerre, a mamãe de brilho, mas para ti já vai valer nicho, a banda me dá nos diário. But even when you don't have it yet, this is the highest institution of ranking. The only university in Uganda in the days of myself. There was no other university, there was only this. So, Muriaba Nkumu Hendo, Mshenyo Kwetabaza, Do everything without grumbling. Joy Limuka Mwanjule. One of my family members. That is my son, Nangita Koja. Mutavana Olufra and Flores and Mr. Onesimus Mwezi. Thank you for coming. You can have a seat. So, do everything without grumbling. Thank you for having a very good memory. You may not remember this, you know, I'm going to say to Yagamboa. I think you are now going to Kamafuna and Mania, then but you know, if you told me to get all this by name at my age, by the two names, Nikaga dissertation, Nikamano education. But you know, because we are still young, it's very sharp, you know, we are not there. But of course, but do everything without grumbling. Verse 12 says, obey both in my presence and much more in my absence. Paul akana gandra frupo atobantu bandaro kumena mobinga ranga oba Paul aro oba hangaro. Some of us are very, very, very Christian, spirit-filled when you are in KAAYM, when you are in St. Francis. What happens when we go out? Now when I'm smart and I wear t-shirt urunji, you know the dresses urunji. Skati zanjona za nikikaja amashuri lenga wesumwe very good koga ko kuzatu yakanda he what happens iyo mukujwara nibo muri mwimvura kunkubeteje zale mwena muri nacho kandi umuco notambo tutushanga babore ko mwishitwana nashikita mutuntu. Now what happens, I am sure that those ones are not part of KAAYM. Because the scripture says, obey whether it is there or is not there. I have a friend of mine who has a hotel, of course, in Baganda. One time there are people who came from here and they went to sleep there. Most times you are going to die. Then no more is the chair of the umbrella. Because can you know what you never done? And now we are here. So the question is, what do you do outside the presence of God, outside the presence of those who know you? That is very important. And integrity is what you do, what you are, when you know that nobody is seeing you. That is integrity. You don't have to be that spiritual when people are seeing you. You don't have to be that good when people are seeing you. And then you change when they are not. In my version here on the iPad, it says in verse 12, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Continue to work out your salvation with fear and what? And trembling. Chamaisa change. Abasigazi batakweti na mumuki. Mukere chileje sechileje chikumanisi. Ahai kama hebu nakuchika mwenye speed wewe. What is the tallest building in Kampala? Chia? Now, Mapera, by the way, I don't know where the Catholics want that. That was a very wrong message. Christ the Towers is taller than Mapera. But everywhere you get the Catholics says Mapera is the tallest building. I don't know where you read that. And Christ the Towers was here much earlier. Anyway, the tallest building now is the NSF Tower. Yes. Now, they say obey. Continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. I want to demonstrate trembling. Let's assume that this is now that NSSF tower, which has about 27 floors, and it has a rooftop. And this is where he is doing what? He's standing at the edge of the rooftop. Local Civic. As a Civic, area rooftop. Age. Because now this one is going to real serious. Would he do that? If he was at the rooftop, what do you think he would do? It's not a resistance. So if you're talking about God sleeping, you will resist. And you see, this is what they are telling you. Whatever you want to study, you can't really share with. Okay, that's what you do. On the other side, a rooftop, you would resist. Because you know when you go down, you do what? You do what? You do what? So, that is why they say, work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Because you know that if you don't work on your salvation with fear and you don't tremble, and the salvation goes, then you go into fire. Verse 14 says, do everything without grumbling or arguing, so that you may become blameless and pure. Do everything without arguing, without grumbling. Now, the word is a name in the party. Because as a party gets harder, as a rules. As a winter, our rules are not. Can you have people who mean many is out of children? When I even get away with you, in Burundi, in the city, you can among us here and get very bizarre with China and English. This is what they are trying to say. Do everything without what? No, we have to put down here, as long as you have grumbled, there are repercussions. You submit, you do everything without grumbling. So, if you decide to do God's work, ukashanga kati mzee ukikana na kati gobeli ile na baba wangu ni mwisho kwa Korea na kwa alikuwa miracle zichi. Tukamleba kwa mwanzo wa mzao na kati na mleba kwa mwanzo wa mzao. Ndio wale bagamba that do you give grumbling and they say you should do everything without what? As you to go to the check. But that's what the Bible is telling us. If you want to remain in the race, if you are not to go do what you can with your energy, with your wisdom, which only comes from God, and then let you wait for the rewards. Okay, that's the campus. You know, I was here many years back. In fact, I'm going to many it when I in primary, when they used to sing that song, End of Time, children would cry. So, Narama, we should be one about Jesus, Banjumera, this place, this side is good, it's okay, you come. But, you know, as a Christian, what has been your experience, or what is your experience with Max? Supposing somebody tells you these are the sweaters, you know, would you say no? Come on, what does the Bible say? In my presence and in my absence, you remain a what? A Christian. And of course, some